Any such attempt amounts to interference with the institutional independence of the JSC, violation of the Constitution, and in particular the rule of law, which the President swore to uphold. Therefore, the decision by the President to leave out the 6 is baffling, unfounded, and patently unconstitutional. The President is setting a very bad precedent for this country, one of not following the rule of law and disobedience of court orders. Now, I still want to continue with this, and joining me right now from Nakuru is our reporter Ibrahim Karanja, and he's joined by Advocate Kip Koech, who is also a council member for the Law Society of Kenya. Ibrahim, the other statement says that the decision by the President is setting a bad precedent for this country. What is the advocate saying?
Well, Ashley, good afternoon. What pundits are actually saying is that this is a very defining moment for the judiciary and the rule of law in the country. And what Advocate Kip Koech and his colleagues that I have here are saying is, or are sharing those same sentiments that we have seen coming from legal minds in the country. Remember, amongst other people we saw comment, top legal minds in the country who are saying that, look, including Martha Karua, who are saying that it is all or none, and this is the similar statement that Chief Justice Emeritus David Maraga used to have. And let me engage Kip Koech briefly. Kip Koech, even as people are criticizing the President and criticizing the executive for what they are calling an all-out war on the judiciary, many would say that the judiciary has not had someone to sort of weigh in on them or what they do. So there comes in a conversation between judicial independence and impunity, judicial impunity. Where do you think we are?
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, the judiciary under Article 159 of the Constitution of Kenya is supposed to largely express itself through judgments, rulings and orders. But even as we say that, the judiciary has already spoken to the Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association. I have seen a statement where they are saying what the President has done is profound unconstitutionality, and the President needs to move with speed and ensure that he complies with Article 166 of the Constitution of Kenya by gazetting immediately 6 remaining judges, the 4 who are supposed to go to the Court of Appeal and the 2 who are supposed to go to the Employment and Labor Relations Court. The President does not have 2 ways about this. He has only 1 way, and the 1 way is to immediately gazette the remaining 6 judges, so that as the 34 are being sworn in this afternoon, the other ones are also sworn in subsequently. It's extremely important.
Given that this is a decision done by none other but the President of the country, what other avenues are there to make sure that these issues are addressed? I saw people arguing that those appointed should actually refuse to be sworn in. Is it an opinion that you'd share?
Thank you very much. I think as a matter of principle, those who have already been gazetted, the 34, would opt and stand firm and say we are not going to be sworn in before the 6 are gazetted and also brought to fold. But on the flip side, a lot of these people are also advocates. A lot of them are practitioners whose lives have been in limbo for about 22 months now. So that even if they are sworn in now, the President does not have a choice. The President should not employ divide and rule. He should immediately, upon swearing this, gazette, and the government printer is at the beck and call of the President. He should immediately gazette those ones and summon from wherever they are for this very important swearing in, if not today, perhaps on Monday.
The statement, Kip Koech, that I've seen says that you will seek, or the magistrates will seek legal, a clear way from the courts. But then again, a clear way from the courts, yet the President has, against a court order, taken that long to appoint these judges. Do you think even a court direction will sort of be the solution?
Thank you very much. A court order is very important. The fact that a court order is not obeyed today does not mean that it's not a court order. The fact that the President chooses to ignore a court order means that the President continues to perpetuate impunity. And in the course of time, Article 145 of the Constitution is going to catch up with him. I have already been instructed by advocates who are already before court. We are filing an application for the President to be compelled by an order of mandamus to ensure that these people are gazetted, the 6 judges are sworn in immediately. Even if he doesn't obey the order, and even if Parliament would continue to refuse to impeach the President, a time will come when the President will go down as a person who perfected infraction and a coup against the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. He has fought the sovereignty of the people of Kenya and the supremacy of the Constitution.
Thank you, Kipkoech. And very briefly, allow me to come to the defense of the decision that the president did. He actually raised very serious concerns against some of the judges. Don't you think that perhaps there should have been room to listen to these particular concerns and not just blanketly condemn the president's decision, because some of the judges have been implicated in various issues?
Thank you very much. With the position, the JSC, while undertaking the interviews, that was the best platform for the president through his advisors and all necessary to lay bare whatever issues they were against these judges. Unfortunately, that was not done. So that the law provides, once the Judicial Service Commission are done with the interviews and the names have been given to the president, then the president has no other option. The only option the president has is to have all of them gazetted, appointed, and they are sworn in. So that's exactly what we are saying. If there are any issues with whichever judge, then the president's time has lapsed at that point. They have been serving. Most of the, look at the profile of almost those 6 judges who have been left out. They have been serving from the longest time with the judiciary. So what really issue is coming out right now that has not been existing? So these are people of high caliber. We know them professionally, and it will be unfair to have them out.
Briefly, perhaps 30 seconds. Does the recommendation by the Judicial Service Commission on the appointment for the 6 who are rejected by the president still stand? Does it mean that whether it takes 18 months or 20 months, 24 months, yet another president can come in and appoint the 6?
It stands. So that's the only option now, because the Judicial Service Commission cannot go back to start doing any other interviews. The interviews were done and the names were forwarded. So what we are saying at this juncture, let these ones, at this time, we will not wait for whatever time, 18 months, to have these 6 judges who have not been gazetted to be gazetted. What we are saying, as Senior Kipkoech has indicated, we'll move to court, ensure that an order is out, and make sure these 6 judges are sworn in as well, and we have the judiciary up and running.
Asante Wakili, your name, I didn't get your name, sir.
I'm Langat Charles, the chair Nakuru Center.
Asante sana, Langat and Kipkoech Ngetich. 2 advocates speaking, of course, several others are standing with them, sharing these same sentiments in reaction to the president gazetting 34 judges out of 40 judges who are recommended by the Judicial Service Commission. Remember, 1 judge who was appointed, initially they were 41, 1 passed on in the process of waiting. So let's see what happens, even as now this turns interesting. Many are asking what Chief Justice Martha Koome will be doing or how she would be reacting to these particular appointments. Very interesting days to be in Kenya, but let's see what pans out, Ashley.
All right, thank you very much, Ibrahim Karanja, for that, of course. Let's wait and see. Some are welcoming that move, while some are saying it is unconstitutional for the president to cherry-pick those judges. Well, to a sporty note, Manchester City chairman Khaldun Al-Mubarak has promised to bring in more quality into the squad this off-season. Despite losing in the Champions League final, Manchester City ended the season with 2 trophies, the Premier League and the EFL Cup.
Particularly when you are at a high level and where you're on the top. You know, having won the league, it is not the time to actually sit back and be content. That actually would be your biggest mistake. This is the time to send a strong message that there's no contentment, that you're not satisfied with just winning the league. You know, we lose a very important legend in Sergio Aguero. You know, very hard shoes to fill, but I'm confident that we will find the right player to fill those shoes. There are other areas within the group, within the team, that obviously need investment. Not too many. It's not about numbers. It's about quality. I think the squad is a phenomenal squad. You don't win the Premier League and you don't reach the Champions League final if you don't have an incredible squad, and we have that. We will bring quality into the squad in a couple of key positions.
Well, that's all we had for viewers on KTN Home. Thank you for joining us. But remember, News Desk continues on KTN News shortly. If you can, please join us. If not, have a great weekend. I'm Ashley Mazuri.